though. Just part of what I did my dissertation on, actually. Why I had it involved. I've actually got a really good dissertation, to be honest. 2023. I think I want to write some more stuff. But I'm going to write some really abstract, like, anti-woke shit. And, like, it's going to be, like, against the media. It's going to be, like, the media psyop. It's going to be, like, COVID and stuff. Might be pretty cool. But I think it's going to take me a while. Anyway. Yeah, so there's a possible grass shorter right here. Again, the stop is a bit crazy because if you're about to short it here, you'd want it above the high, which is 6% or so. It's kind of missed. If we do come back up, though, definitely possible, especially if we break this low now, there, and then come back up. I think it's definitely possible. Let's have a look at Fartcoin. So, Fartcoin, yeah. We are in a nice downtrend here. We actually have regained the weekly up in the Q2, which is more than most coins, but um, this is obviously a lower low, and we're probably going to do a lower high around here. So, I would reckon there's probably a short somewhere up here. Maybe in here, maybe the stupid pocket in there. And yeah, that will either bring you down to the Q2, which is quite nice, or to the daily open. However, yeah, it's a little bit too wide. I think if you did this roughly, that could make for a decent short. Oh, what's going on this morning, guys? Guys. Yeah, the range. Yeah, this is even worse stop actually than grass. I wouldn't really recommend taking that, to be fair. Not really feeling that. So Trump coin, what's Trump coin doing? Obviously dumping its tits off. Yeah, this is probably just gonna keep going down actually. Unless it can hold that previous daily and then regain this one up to Q2. I still think anything in here is like a definite short. For sure. And the range is not too bad. 3-4%. So that's a possibility. If you wanted to short that over the weekend. What else? Let's just rattle through a few things quickly and see if there's anything on. Not sand CRV. Mm, Again, daily not looking too bad on something like CRV. There's a bit of support there. That's probably a swing high, and then there's obviously another swing in here that we're trying to hold right now. Um, I'd say on the tradable side, it's not. We obviously have a lower low here from there, and then regained. It's just a bit in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Hmm. Not sure about that, to be honest. Not really too much on. Yeah, there was a short there. Probably would have been a Stuba as well. Not really feeling CRV for now. Let's have a look at H bar. Yeah, so he bearishly retested his level after trying to break out after Trump up, and have since fallen down, and actually opened the Q2 underneath December, which is this is a decently important swing. So yeah, I guess this is gonna go in here next. Like that doesn't really look that good to me. Also, ETH's looking pretty bad. So altcoins are actually gonna get like absolutely ripped at the moment. until they can regain something. Look, this is just really bearishly retesting everything, creating new supply, losing levels here. There actually could be a short here on this 4-hour loss, but you have to see where the candle closes. Yeah, I have to see where that candle closes there. On H bar, yeah, everything else just generally bearishly retesting underside levels. Look, that's just was very, very weak. So yeah, actually, do you know what would be worth it? Going on to the daily and seeing where the combination bands line up. Because the daily combination bands actually will show us areas that are going to be support. So for example, on APT, we've got, I can't even see that. It's so far away. We're at levels that I just didn't think we were going to be at this point in the cycle. October 23. That's nuts. So yeah, this combination band's going really tight, for example, and it's going over demand and a big level. So what you kind of want to see on something like this is a big candle down or one candle in here, and then a second candle that also wicks in and then regains that on the daily. Then we can talk about possible reversal, but I mean, we're at this. This is like all time, not all time, but this is lows. That's APT. Not really sure if APT has much buzz going on about it. Holy, everything dumped on the hourly jit as I woke up. Yeah, it was the China's increasing their tariff. And that's why it's relevant. That's why it's relevant, bro. That's why we were talking about it, because we were like, wait, what happened? And then I had to look up the news, and then we just obviously got on to the conversation. So, yeah, but, like, I'm tempted to buy some of this. Like, charts like this, we're at, obviously, the giga low. We're going to bull div massively here and here. We're going to bull div. And it's just, I think we're at max fear. The only thing that's like stopping me from going head first is that I do still think 71k is on the cards for Bitcoin. And I've been saying that, obviously, we've all been saying that for a little while, but it's just in the back of my mind as Bitcoin looks giga weak on the daily and the weekly. Like that weekly does not look good. And ETH looks even worse, bro. This looks giga wrecked. Where's my yeah. This is looking giga wrecked, bro. That's not a good daily chart. And an even worse weekly chart. But yeah, I think we are near to something like a bottom. As long as the when the tariff war is over, some countries are going to get their tariffs taken off. Some countries are going to make deals. Pump the market. But anyway, enough tariff talk. Pop cap. So yeah, we briefly talked about this level about 4.8 to 0.55. We did get the initial bounce off it. I don't think I took this because I was just kind of a little bit. I was actually just watching it, but this is a 15% pump, which is not that bad. Up to that resistance. Now we are breaking the daily again. There is another chance for it, but yeah, let's just see what the stop is. The reason why I say there's another chance is because it's actually a 5% range. Damn. Like if you can get something down below 15 on 3x, then that would be fine. But yeah, just be a bit careful and watch if Bitcoin's breaking down. Yeah, we are bull diving as well. Giga bull div. One of my students caught a short on KT at 0.13, something that chart is straight lols. Ooh, let me have a look. Wait, what did someone... Oh, yeah, I already looked at grass. I've tried my hardest to like grass, but I just don't. I just hate it. In terms of trading, not the project. I don't know anything about the project. Don't get your pants. Hey, my panties. What I was saying, though, it was talking about how dumb Trump is, or that they aren't correct, etc. Instead of alright, so we had tariff stuff. How here is how we should be reacting to the charts. All good though. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but it's just I'm not an economist. I know how to look at charts and trade charts, but I don't know that much about economics. I know more about politics because that's what I studied, but I can't really talk to you too much about the implications of what these things are going to do for the market. So it's just surface level chat. Someone else will. We got Zen Coiner. Chris is turned on. Will was a good economist. Obviously Viking, bro. Viking knows his shit. So yeah, I could talk about it politically, but that's why I'm talking about them possibly making deals. Some countries are gonna do trade wars. Some countries are gonna do deals. And if they do a deal, bro, it's gonna pump the market. I hate the thought of news reactions exactly, but there most likely will be some major deals made that will pump. I agree. This is what I'm trying to say. Um, it's you have to separate the news and the charts. So the charts are the charts, okay? And the charts are you just if you see your setup, you trade your setup with a stop. But the news is more like you treat it as a volatility event. You treat it as like a Fed speech. Oh, Trump speaking on tariffs today? Let me just not trade. Something like that. Or let me put my stop a little bit tighter so I don't get burnt. But yeah, I think there's going to be some major deals done. I think the EU are going to absolutely crumble, man. They're on a one-way street to destruction, and I'm so here for it. I really want to see it. Fucking hate those cunts. Yeah, let me have a look at Katie. Weirdo fucking coin. I love shit like this, man. I love it. Zeus and Egg will always bring me these like weird new new coins. I actually love it. Whoa! What is that? Bro, this is so wrecked. Oh man. Bro. What the hell is this, man? That's too funny. You got it at 1-3. Yeah, so you got it literally on the dump candle. When I pulled it up in the session, I had a belly laugh. Yeah, bro. Ark is in a very sad place. Yeah, I'm in a very sad place with Ark. We will have a look at that. There's going to be a chance to get a really nice trade on Ark. It's just not yet. AI 16.1 is looking fairly sad. All of those are looking really sad. Griffin, it's what's our AI coins? Oh, bro, please don't, please don't. Let's have a look at some of this stuff. So, this is not AI, is it? Cookie. Let's have a look at Arc then. So yeah, Arc on the 12 hour. Or should we do it on the 4 hour? Yeah, Arc in the 4 hour just shows absolutely no signs of stabilizing. Um, the level that we could have held was this down here, but we didn't. And yeah, there's not really too much to say on this other than this is going to do another leg down very soon into oblivion. unless it can regain something, and it doesn't look like it's going to actually. Heh, my bag hurts. My soul hurts. AI 16, what AI coins? Yeah, get them in the bin, bro. Arc was my monthly pick, lol. Oh, that's too funny. I've had some pretty horrible stinkers in my time as well, probably. Mine too. Oh, Shibuya's as well. I'm thinking it'll break to the upside this or next month. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, some of those Solana shitcoins are doing well today. It's really funny, like, I mean, I was only here last cycle, but I still got the meme that some people were saying this cycle is different. This time it's different. And yeah, that was kind of a joke in the previous cycles that everyone, Zeus will probably know more about this because he's been in more cycles than me, but it was like a joke that every cycle people would say, "Oh no, this one's different," but this one is actually different. Like genuinely, this is legit like a different cycle. Yeah, I'm going to accumulate large amounts of Farcoin between 20 and 30 cent. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be my big one on 3x cross. Let's do AI 16. So yeah, man. I mean this shit. We can put this down here now. I don't even know when that's gonna stop, man. Yeah. So this last night 4 hour candle that closed with a test underneath the weekly open in this was your short signal. Because look at that. Body closed underneath this body, the low of this body. The wick tested here, which is the weekly, and then we also closed below the daily open. So that's kind of what you want to see if you were looking for a trade. It's about 10% down. Yeah, you take profit on that now. So yeah, the market's in a bit of a sad way at the moment. But like I said, Bitcoin's holding relatively well, all things considered. It's actually quite interesting to see. Let's have a look at some of these big ones. So Render obviously came up to the res, bearishly retested this and March, and now we're underneath Q2, which is not very good. It's probably going to go for the lows, isn't it? I guess I have to put this on now. Somewhere in here. Probably like there. Just have to put 2.25 on, just in case. Um, yeah, Near's also losing levels. This is actually could be an interesting short very soon. I have fallen this in the coin for 4 cycles now, still believing. Wait, 4 circles. Yeah. Think something like Brett will ever recover? Yeah, yeah, I do. If we get a market recovery, that is. This just needs to lose this low, and then it's so yeah, 2.2 for near. Let's actually have a look at Brett. Lol, that did not happen. Oh, this chart looks giga wrecked though. Oh my god, what? Like, if we weren't, yeah, I mean, possible spot buy here, you know? if you've got really big balls, you could buy some of this here. It's actually holding its Q2, and this also seems to be like the all-time low. It just still is down in a heavy, heavy downtrend though. Yeah. Personally, yeah, I'll short something like near, which is gonna break a level, but I just want to wait for this all to blow over. Because I think we're gonna get like what, a month of a trade war, and then people are gonna be like, actually, this is so dumb. Let's just make a deal. Or hopefully Trump will admit that he made some mistakes, which would actually save him a lot of face, to be honest. Not that he has too much left at this point. I mean, to be fair, he's doing well on other things, but anyway, let's not talk about that too much. When does this bull market end again? Guys, do you know what? It's actually really mad that Bitcoin's above 80k, uh, and the previous market all-time high, and all the alts are just dead apart from maybe Sol and XRP. Like ETH's dead. Doge is, you know, back at levels. You know, Doge is not dead. To be fair, Sui not the worst. It's just levels we've seen last year. But some things like, I mean, ETH, we're down November 2023 levels, bro. Like FET, we've fully redone. Like we've redone the whole thing. This is when I was accumulating FET, like before the bull market. Tau all the way back at its lows. Injective the same. It's actually nuts. It's actually pretty crazy. Yeesh. So yeah, um, anyone, anything else interesting? I think the most. This is the only long that I can say you could possibly do, but I don't know if I would long right now. It's definitely possible. There definitely is something there if you controlled your risk. Maybe got it really low. But in general, the market's actually looking a bit rough. And I want to see how these other countries react. Because initially, they could just be like, all right, we're going to put these tariffs on you. And then Trump will be like, okay, we'll double ours. And then they're going to be like, actually, we kind of need our budget surplus for the US, for example, in the EU's case. Let's make a deal. Yeah. So I think it has the potential to get really ugly really fast, but it also has the potential to turn quite positive quite quickly. It's just one of those uncertain things, which is why the market's selling off. Which the market is right to do so. Hope we're gearing up and they're just trying to clear the weak hand. Surely they're exhausting a lot of peeps. I mean, I think we are at max fear now. And anyone who's sold is likely sold now. Anyone who's going to hold is likely just going to leave it. So, and all things considered, let's just delete all this stuff quickly and look at the total. It could be a lot worse, eh? Diamond hands. It could be a lot worse. I mean, when you look at this chart, I wanted to hold obviously this swing, 2.8 trill, but it could be a lot worse. And maybe something like this, eh? Just trade, 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 trade war. Oh, all the tariffs are gone. Bang. And then that also could be the end of the 4 year cycle because now we could just be trading more like TradFi from here on out. Anyway, we'll have to see. Exciting times. I love watching change. It's fun. Yeah, so, ooh, Jesus Christ. I'm really surprised that Bitcoin's not dumping yet. I think it's going to dump very soon. Why is Bitcoin not dumping on this? This is what we were waiting for, no? The VIX at 40 to buy? Am I tripping? Or people were talking about this. But like when the VIX hits 40, we're going to buy. And Bitcoin hasn't dumped at all. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, the S&P's gapping down, yeah. Oh my Jesus. Still holding your VIX trade, Zeus, is what Ego asked. You can trade the VIX? You can trade everything, mate. Yeah, this could be a signal that we are close to a short-term bottom or some sort of bottom. What time? When did we hit this last? Okay. Actually, I guess we've hit this quite a few times. Damn, that's fucked though. Look at that shit. Yeah, we need to get over 40. Then it'll be interesting. Now with options, I closed everything out. For the close, was it April 9th contract? So Decay was eating profits hard. Yeah, some affairs. I'm not really in that many positions at the moment. I'm still in a dot long, something like that. But generally, I'm pretty flat for right now. I think I'm gonna let it play out, and then maybe do some scalps over the weekend on PopCat, which is gonna have some decent volatility, hopefully. Because look at these swings, man. 7% in a couple hours. This was how much? 14% in half a day. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's about it. If anyone has anything to talk about, any trade they're looking at or anything before I go, it's 20 degrees in London today. I was saying they probably turned the weather machine on because of all the tax rises. They're calling it awful April because our taxes rose so much this year. If you really want to look at a failing society, look no further than my own lovely country. We've been regressing for 2 decades though. Yeah, been downhill since Brexit. No, been downhill since 2008 actually. We've never recovered. Brexit is one of those things that could actually turn out to be one of the best things that we've ever done. It just really depends about how it's utilized. It's been utilized really badly. Been down way before then. Well, I guess you know more than me, Brummy. From what I know, we were probably the best place in the 90s and 2000s. Or at least that's what it felt like. 100. Yeah, I regularly I regularly say that probably in the 90s and the 2000s, the UK was one of the best, if not the best place to like start a family and a life and stuff like that. And it just now it's just really it's probably one of the worst places just because everything's you can't get a house, crime's super expensive. The job market's absolutely ruined. It's just fucking shit, isn't it? We're actually literally hemorrhaging money every year, and the people at the top seem to think it's like an underfunding problem, but no, it's actually just an economics problem or a debt problem. It's like with the NHS, it's like people are like, we should just, the NHS is underfunded, and it's like, you're gonna throw more money at it, and then the next year you're gonna need more money for it. And then the next year you're gonna need more money for it, like a black hole. It was good then. It was. I definitely agree with you. I mean, I wasn't the oldest in the 2000s, but I still can understand it looking back on it. Sad, man. Sad to see. What do you do for a gig over in England, or you full-time trading? Oh, you mean like, what do I do? I used to work in real estate, but I hate it because it's too much, man. It's too much. All the companies, they just ask for too much from you. It was like, they tried to make me work like 6 days a week, just ridiculous hours. So then I scaled it back to just Saturday, and then just started trading full time, and then got some mentoring off Will, started with MDX, and now I'm just kind of chilling. Looking to get out actually, man. So I got a New Zealand passport, so I can come to your side of the world, Marvy, with little to no barriers. I just hate the time zone. London has the best time zone for trading because you can wake up at 8 a.m. for the London session. The US starts at 2:30, and then you can stay up till like 12. It was 12 in the winter hours. Now it's 1 a.m. for the Asia Open and the daily close. And it's just nice because you can just catch everything, but it's just ridiculous. Do you consider it being a good choice so far? What exactly? I'm in Perth. Yeah, Perth's nice. Dropping full-time job and just trading. Would I consider it a good thing? It really depends on how much trading experience you have. I think you need to you need to be trading for at least like 3 years before you start thinking about going to it full time because some months you're going to make money, some months you're probably going to lose money. And if you need a stable income, like you have a mortgage or you have some like a kid or something, I would advise you to probably stick with your job for a while longer until you have enough money or the facilities to actually ditch it. I just hate working for like in a corporate setting. I just absolutely despised it. When I did my mentoring with Will, I was like, I got a few sessions because I was already quite like an experienced trader, but I just needed that like extra push. So he did me like a deal. He did like this is at the start of the mentoring like ages ago. I got like 4 sessions, and after 2, he was like, "Bro, like I don't really have much to teach you." So we just started talking, and I just basically got to know him a bit, and was just like, bro, like, can you get me any sort of like little job so I can just like do something and not have to work for some corporate asshole in some horrible setting. And luckily, yeah, I was able to just do a tiny bit of work for MDX and just trade. But yeah, it's difficult. It's not easy. Daily US Open for me is 9:30. Yeah, I don't. It's just a little bit. It's not too bad actually. 9:30 a.m. or is that p.m.? Probably a.m. Yeah, just asking for an opinion. Not thinking about dropping full-time job because at least I know I have something every month to pay the bills. Yeah. I mean, it depends how you feel about your job. What's your work-life balance? Do you get to work from home a couple days a week? Like, it really just depends on you as a person as well. What responsibilities do you have? Do you have the ability to, to full-time trade? Like, it's very dependent. For me, it was an easy choice because I actually just hate working. Some might call that lazy, which you could definitely call me lazy, but I also just I have this thing where if I'm not interested in it, I will crash and burn and just not do it. Multiple streams of income is king. Yeah, exactly. That's why I've started like posting my YouTube stuff. I'm 99% work from home, so it helps with learning and training. Yeah, and if you have a child, that's nice. So I would say probably keep your job if you're happy with it. And yeah, Zeus is right. Millennials, we call them here. Uh, okay, Grandpa. I'm also in the boat of wanting to do this full time, but it's very hard to judge because I work. I have little time to do this, so if I fail more than I win, um, you need more experience, Scumdog. I could just tell you a little bit about my history. So, I started uni at 2019, which is when I first started hearing about crypto. Kind of mildly got into investing, and then obviously the bull run came in 2021, which was super just piss easy for me, which is when I started trading. I had access to all the Binance to buy a bit and shit like that. Because it was like high time bull run, I thought I was an absolute god, and I was putting like 2 ETH on 10x trades and just shit like stupid shit, bro. I thought I was like the goat. Made some money, 100x in Matics, 100x in ADA, shit like that. Then lost a lot of money, obviously, at the start of the bear market. Because you just take profit and you reinvest it into other shit, and then you just lose it, or you just get licked from stupid trades. And then, yeah, bear market came around, and I actually had to learn how to trade. Like, you actually have to learn properly. Uh, just strip back everything you know. And then, yeah, I did my dissertation, so I was like trading with little amount for. I was probably trading with like a grand in my account in total, with like $100, $200 in a trade for a good year on and off, to actually just properly learn how to trade. And then about it was over a year ago now, I got a little bit of mentoring off Will, and then from then on I've been okay. But that's like 4 years in the making, bro. It did not happen in like a year. It probably would have happened way faster if I got mentoring straight off the rip and then watched Viking streams every day for a year. That's probably the easiest way to learn, or to actually learn properly. Um, but then again, it's just experience, bro. You need a lot of experience trading because it's very nuanced, and a lot of it is mentality. A lot of it is mentality, actually. Um, so yeah, just keep going. You'll find your own way. I wish I could stop working, but I need to have a stable income, exactly, especially if you've got a family. Coming to assist with my funding of investment properties. Having a small kids at home makes it extremely hard to focus. Yeah, I agree, man. So I was able to do that because I'm 26 and I don't have any responsibility. But it's probably not going to be the same for you guys because I know you have little ones at home. And if you're calm with your job, I would recommend to just keep it for as long as possible until you can actually like have accumulate enough Bitcoin to like just trade. But you'll know when you flip that switch, because right now you're thinking about switching to full time so you can actually properly learn to trade. It should probably be the other way around. You should probably just stick with your job and just try to learn in your own time. I know you don't have a lot, but yeah, if you quit and then you just start, the market just starts shitting on you, it's not going to be very fun. Let me stop my recording.